What up, what up, what up? I'm down here. I'm about ready to ship some stuff, send some invoices and stuff, and wanted to hop on real quick because I could tell this morning when I was getting ready, it was starting to kind of set in on me as far as, how all of our lives are going to change a little bit over the next couple weeks. And I got to thinking, man, a lot of people just tune in. They don't tune in to bust some cards or whatever. They tune in for like the motivational shit that we pop out there sometimes. And I don't have anything prepared or anything, but I thought, hey, man, I've got a few ideas for people that I think, are important during this time. And I think, for anybody out there who has felt alone in the past at any point, I think this is a moment where nobody's really alone. We're all in this bullshit couple week headache together, whether it's 60 days, 90 days, whatever it is, 2 weeks, whatever it is. Hell, all of us are in this together. We're all trying to fight boredom. We're all trying to figure out our way. And I think the best way to look at this is for a lot of people out there is to take this time and you try to turn the negative into the positive. The one thing I've learned in life is no matter what anybody says, I can pretty much, when I meet you and I get to know you a little bit, I can either put you into two categories, cup half full or cup half empty. It's just the way it is. And, that doesn't mean the people that think the cup is half full don't have moments where they feel like it's empty, but normally the majority reigns supreme in a human being. And I have thoughts where I'm like, fuck, damn, we built this thing and it's going to be a fucking bat-eating virus that fucking knocks us down a peg. And it is what it is. That may be the case, but I think the good news about this situation for folks is, one, I feel like the government's going to help people a little bit financially. So for people that are stuck in a rut working for somebody they don't want to work for, or going to a job they hate, like, isn't that crazy that people are dying to go back to a job they hate right now? That's how messed up it is. But like, this is your moment. Like, you have an opportunity these next couple weeks where you can start to cultivate that something you like into something you love, into something that you're passionate about. And that's what's important, man. I think so many people think to themselves, hey, I don't really have a passion. I'm just here to do my thing and pay interest to banks and go through the motions, maybe get a family vacation once a year, but mainly go make GM money or go make Starbucks money. And I think this is an opportunity for you to kind of sit down and listen to that whisper. It never really shouts at you. It whispers in your ear. And I think it's time to kind of spend some time meditating a little bit and trying to figure out, who you are. Like, this is a great test, obstacle, mental, physical. Are you going to sit around and gain 20 pounds? Are you going to sit around and bitch and moan? Are you going to sit around and listen to the news 24/7, try to shove fear down your face, down your throat? And some will, but some won't. And this is your moment. Like, this is your moment to take that time and find out what makes your heart feel alive, whatever it is. When we come out of this down the road a couple of weeks from now, man, we're all gonna come out roaring, son. Have your feet on the ground, ready to roll. Don't take. This is a golden opportunity. Nobody in our fucking history, parents, grandparents, have never had it where the world just stopped for a couple weeks and you have this time to really decide who you are, what you're about, and what we want to do with the rest of our lives. They just have never had that opportunity. This is an opportunity. I mean, if you want to fucking make Kit Kat pies for the rest of your life, sit down and come up with a plan. That doesn't mean quit your job, take these crazy risks. That's not what I did. I fucking worked jobs that I hated for 20 years, man, that made me want to die inside. But eventually I was able to pull off a few lucky breaks and I don't have to do that shit anymore. I get to do what I love every single day. So my whole point to this was not to ramble and go off on a tangent. It was to let you guys know that this is an opportunity. It really is. We're not hungry. Most of us have toilet paper. We have people that are in this together. Everybody knows exactly what you're going through. If you feel lonely, man, hell, the iPhone, that's another thing that's a positive, is that the iPhone being invented for moments like this is such a blessing. FaceTime your mom, man. Like, for me, it's always go, 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 go. I'm always trying to, it's just a numbers game for me. So I'm constantly in motion trying to make something happen. And even eventually, if this thing goes long enough, I'll sell every freaking card in this building. There'll be nothing left. And then I'll have to stop and figure out what I want to do with the rest of my life. And I think it's already starting, you know, like I already have been able to slow down too and just think, wait a minute, this part is not what I want to do in my life. This part is what I want to do in my life. How do I get there? And I want to tell all of you guys, I get a lot of messages. I'll get messages when people are like diagnosed with pancreatic cancer the day they're diagnosed. And for whatever reason, they want to send us a note and say thank you. And I just find that interesting. You know, I have a friend who has the coronavirus. He's about to get over it. Send up some prayers. And one of the coolest things that he said to me in my whole life, I grew up with him. And one of the coolest things he ever has said to me was, the one thing during all this bullshit is I look forward to your shows. And that's powerful stuff. That's why, you know, I'm going live. Yeah, people will roll their eyes. It's cool, man. You're just not for me, man. Go find the cup half empty crowd and go commiserate with them, all right? So keep in mind, baby, you're powerful. You can do whatever you want to do, unless you're talking about saying you're going to fly or some shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, the only way you're going to fly is in a plane or a chopper. You're not going to grow wings or anything, but like, if you have, it's whatever's whispering at you is what you're capable of doing. I truly believe that. So anyway, I'll be back on later. I'll do a video or something, just to keep myself occupied too. But I do want to thank you guys from the bottom of my heart for, not necessarily the business. I mean, the business is the business. I want to thank you for making us feel like we actually have some value outside these walls. So I think that's probably the greatest gift y'all have ever given me. Money comes and goes, man. Does money help? Yeah. But at the end of the day, man, you know, I've never seen a hearse pull a U-Haul. Holler at your boy. I'll catch y'all later, man. Keep that positive vibe going, man. Don't give in to all that bullshit. Adios, amiga. Deuces. Let's go.